Hey guys, it's Slushie, and today be reviewing the last of the Saw movies, for now, Spiral, from the Book of Saw.
Play me.
Hello, Detective Banks. Do you know where your officers are?
Jigsaw?
Wait, I thought the Jigsaw Killer was dead.
He is.
I'm a little spin like a spiral.
Hello, Detective Banks.
Okay, so this movie came out, I think, a week or so ago, maybe a week or two ago, but overall, Spiral. I've been seeing stuff about it where, it's kind of underwhelming and stuff, and I've seen a lot of people that are loving it. So I kind of went in. Originally, I was extremely hyped. I kind of just went in hoping just to see a really cool Saw movie. And that's exactly what I got from it. I mean, the thing is, though, here, it doesn't really have the feel of a Saw movie exactly. The movie feels a little bit too clean for me. And maybe that's just a product of the time period that it's filmed in. It just doesn't have that grittiness of the old Saw movies. I mean, it has the traps, it has the blood, has the violence, has the story around it, and the twists and stuff. It just doesn't look like a Saw movie. It just looks like an imitation, which honestly, when you think about it, considering the plot, it kind of actually makes a lot of sense. Everything in this movie, to me, just fits perfectly. It's like a glove. Everything just comes together like a jigsaw puzzle. Just bam. So I think the fact that it does feel like an imitation of the Saw movies adds to it. I mean, because that's what essentially this movie is. It's about a jigsaw copycat. And so the fact that it does seem like an imitation all around, that's pretty fucking spot on. So Darren Lynn Bousman directed this. He did Saw 2, Saw 3, and Saw 4. Took a little break from it for a while, and now he's back doing Spiral. So he did pretty damn good, I gotta say. This is easily, by the way, third favorite Saw film. I'm gonna do a ranking on the Saw films at some point in the near future, but just know that this is easily my third favorite, behind Saw 1 and Saw 4. I just love everything about it, man. I mean, I don't understand how a Saw fan could not enjoy it. I mean, it has this, it's more so of a plot-based film, unlike some of the other films where it's just gore, tons of blood, all in your face and shit. It's not all about the blood and the gore in this one. In fact, I'd say it leans more so into the story than it does into the violence, and it has a really good story to it. And it has a meaning. It has such a deep meaning, and especially like it has a really good societal message for the time period that we're living in here, where there's so much violence and police violence and police brutality and stuff like that. This movie kind of is a commentary on that stuff. I love the traps in Spiral. A lot of them are pretty awesome. There's a finger trap in there where a guy gets his fingers ripped off. That made me cringe a little bit, and I love it. It's awesome. I mean, seeing the muscle and the bone and the skin being torn straight off from his fucking hand is ridiculous. I mean, you just see it tearing from his skin. That was awesome. I love the shit out of that. The other traps, they were also amazing. I don't want to get into all of them. I just kind of want to discuss my favorite trap, which was the finger trap. They're all amazing. It's just that's my favorite trap here. But Chris Rock, I'm going to go ahead and say it. He's kind of, I mean, I love the fact that Chris Rock produced this movie and he was excited to make another Saw movie. And thank you, Chris Rock, for getting this movie made. I appreciate it. But him as an actor in this movie just seems a little weird up until the ending. I mean, he just, I don't know how to describe it. It's just, he seems a little bit forced with some of the stuff he says, and it just seems kind of fake. It doesn't seem legitimate. And that's kind of a problem to me whenever I'm trying to, I'm trying to imagine myself in the world of Saw or the world of Spiral. And I can't really do that when this guy just doesn't really seem like a living, breathing human. The way he talks just seems like he's reading off of a script. And I don't understand because Chris Rock's a great actor. I mean, I've seen him in a couple of serious movies. He's been really good. I just don't understand why it seems like this. Maybe it's a product of the script. Maybe it just didn't call for him to be, super serious about the delivery of his lines. I don't know. It just the way he says stuff just feels like he's just reading straight off of the page.
How can I catch this guy? If there's nobody on the force, I can trust!
And just saying it, that just doesn't work with me. It just doesn't click. But he's a great actor nonetheless. I'm not going to blame, the way that he talks in this movie on him. It's probably the script. I'm just going to say it because Chris Rock's a great actor, period. Samuel L. Jackson doesn't really play a huge character in this movie, but ultimately in the end, his character definitely has a lot of weight on the plot of the movie. This film is super entertaining. I loved it. I thought the Jigsaw copycat reveal was pretty awesome. It didn't surprise me per se. Definitely didn't shock me. I kind of had it figured out before I even watched the movie. I saw the trailers and I kind of had a list of people who I was gonna, say is the Jigsaw copycat. I kind of narrowed it down. Overall, it's not a super shocking movie. The ending isn't anything all that special. It doesn't shock me, doesn't surprise me. It's really not until the last 4 minutes or so of the movie before the credits roll that really start to get intense. And that's what I really loved about the ending. Whenever it's basically coming to a close, and that was just fucking badass, man. The legitimate ending of this movie is terrific. The reveal of the Jigsaw copycat, though, again, nothing that special. In fact, I saw it coming, so I was kind of like, okay, yeah, all right. They try to throw you for a loop earlier on in the movie, but it didn't work for me. I mean, maybe it works for you guys, but I just kind of was like, yeah. I mean, there's a chance it could have happened, but also, really? I don't think so. Spiral, fucking amazing. What do I give it out of 10? I'm going to go ahead and give it a 9 out of 10. This movie definitely deserves that 9 out of 10, and I hope that we get another, maybe a Spiral 2 or a Saw 10. I don't know what's coming in the future. Either way, I'm going to be watching it. And Chris Rock, I appreciate you helping make this movie and getting it done. Thank you so much for bringing Saw back from the dead. I really greatly appreciate it as a Saw fan, from Saw fan to a Saw fan. Again, can't wait to see a Spiral 2 possibly. But yeah, hit like if you enjoyed this, subscribe if you're not already, hit that bell to get notified anytime I make a video or stream. Keep up to date with the channel, there's something crazy going on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!